Here's another Egyptian anomaly. This is a Stonehenge type of astronomy setup that they have. It dates to somewhere around 5000 BC, but I don't believe they've ever excavated it deeply. The reason being is this is called Nabta Playa, and there was a belief, and it's written in the Bible, that they took the devil and actually put the devil in a pit out in the desert, and it was supposed to be in the middle of Egypt but near a border, which doesn't make any sense. But then you find out that there's another northern and southern Egypt, and so at the southern border, farthest southern border of northern Egypt, there lies this thing here, and it was supposed to have been marked by jagged rocks in a way such as people would remember. And I'm like, okay, well, this looks kind of like the Stonehenge deal and all the lineups. But the story is, whenever they got the Bedouins there and said, hey, let's dig this thing out, they all were like, no, 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 I don't want to, I'm not going to dig that out. So, um, so we look here and try to see information about this. And the book of Tobit gives us a clue in where the area of the desert of Duda-EL is located. So apparently it was a desert area that was primordial. You know, the desert they have there now is so huge compared to the way it was back whenever they were first there. You know, 5,000 years ago, the place was plush, and there was a small patch of desert that was really kind of like the Namib Desert. And they find that this is it. And so it kind of links it and says that Nabta is probably the most logical place where Raphael imprisoned Azaz-EL for the following reasons. Uh, the date of the circular structure dates about the same time as like Enoch, and he was the writer of this where they had done such. And the weird thing about this too, the desert of Duda-EL, well, that's El. There we go, El again. El is the god of the pantheon thing, and it's Duda-EL. That's the desert of that, and so it's God's pit that they have there. Refer to Duda-EL, if you look up Strong's thing, is a God's cauldron in some way. Um, and then they cast Azaz-EL, which is Azaz-EL. Again, El is at the end of that name too, so it's just eating you up, this El pantheon thing about the Bible. But here we go. One more little thing here. The thing is that the angel Raphael is the one that imprisoned Azazel, and that's Raphael again, El. So it just keeps punching you in the gut. So a lot of people see, and I guess you could see it here in the book of Enoch, chapter 10, 1, says the Most High God, the Holy and Great One, spoke, and to Uriel, and to tell Uriel to tell Noah to hide himself and everything, which is odd. This is part of the reason they threw this out, because the Bible was rewritten to say that the Lord God told him, and now it's actually Uriel, somebody different slightly. It's real bland about this moment, though. It doesn't tell him about a boat or anything. It just says, instruct him that he may escape and his seed may be preserved for all generations of the world. And it does not say the seeds of all the animals or anything mention of animals there, which is another oddity, I guess, about it. But and then now he tells Raphael to bind Azazel hand and foot and cast him into the darkness. Now um, he's supposed to make an opening in the desert, which is in Duda-EL, and that's got to be that central area there, and cast him therein, and place upon him the rough and jagged rocks you see there, and cover him with darkness, and let him abide there. Well, if they flood this thing over, he's going to be underwater for quite some time too. I mean, I don't know if these gods can just live forever. They got rocks on top of him. It's got to be crushing where he can't breathe and he can't get himself out, and then they cover it with water. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe these gods can hold their breath forever. Maybe the devil can hold his breath forever. I don't know. Um, we all don't know. Um, but they tell you that the Watchers and that they're going to perish through all the secret things that the watchers have disclosed and taught their sons, and the whole earth has been corrupted through the works that were taught by Azaz-EL. To him ascribe all sin. So Azaz-EL is the one that should be having all sin. It's not even the devil, or maybe that's the devil's name, or that's Satan's name, or whatever it is. But the whole earth has been corrupted through the works that were taught by Azaz-EL. And I don't know what he taught. I'm guessing that he's the one that taught the Baal worship and the throwing your babies in the fire, and cannibalism and all that type of stuff, and slavery and all the things that went on that the Hebrews were doing and stuff back there in time. That's must be what that they've taught them, because the other things that the falling angels taught them was like math and makeup and art, and it's funny, the list they give you, other than about 3 things on it, are things that everybody needs to know. And so the oddity there is that it just shows you God wanted everybody stupid. I mean, imagine he didn't want you to eat the tree of knowledge, and then later inside of the Tower of Babel, he ends up not liking that people are getting real smart and working together, and there could be no end to what they're doing, and so he confounds the languages. There's 4 or 5 places in the Bible where it's kind of got that idea that he just wants to keep us dumb and not having anything, that we were all supposed to be just walking around like Bedouin guys and stuff. We weren't supposed to have any technology for some reason.